alongside Sam McCure. I am Charlie Walter. The storyline of the season so far for Cincinnati has been starting pitching, and once again last night they receive an excellent effort. If you're a Tennessee fan, you're thrilled. If you're a Kentucky fan, you're disgusted.
Pops taught me at a young age, go big or go home. And unfortunately, if you've been going big on the long shots in Kentucky Derbies the last 6 years, you've been going home with a whole lot of nothing.
And it all starts with Taylor Trammell. I mean, this guy is absolutely exciting. We're talking about the Class A Football Player of the Year down in Georgia. He told me that if he put his mind to it and if he enjoyed practice a little bit more, he thought he could have played for the Georgia Bulldogs. He was that good at football. Antone will duel tonight against the righty Mike Clevenger, coming off his best season of baseball last year in which he had a sub-3 ERA. But the start the other night, you may want to forget about that one. One thing I do know, blue is the color of choice today. A lot of Cats fans in the house.
My bold prediction, I think he throws a touchdown pass, and he's going to have a massive game because he's got that twinkle in his eye right now. Virginia Tech's been talking, and trust me, Len has been listening. What caused me to say yesterday in our pregame bowl special that my bold prediction was that Lynn Bowden was going to throw a touchdown pass is because we saw him chucking up so many in practice. Yeah. But tonight, the football side of things, for the first time in a while, Kentucky will have some players drafted.
Sorry about it, Milwaukee. Maybe tomorrow. Redlegs are winners tonight as Cincinnati puts 3 runs on the board in the first inning. And they take the series and climb ahead of the Brew Crew in the Central standings with a 4-1 win. Welcome to the Performance Kings Honda Reds Live postgame show with Sam McCure. I am Charlie Walter. Cincinnati gets the job done today. Reds Live is brought to you by your Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Honda dealers. Proud to support our Cincinnati Reds, and by Ray St. Clair Roofing, your home's trusted problem solver. Cincinnati came into the day 29th in baseball in hitting. Didn't look like it on the scoreboard tonight. Reds take down the Brewers 8-3, win game number 1 of this 3-game set in Milwaukee, and they snap a 2-game skid with the W. Sam McCure, Charlie Walter, this is the Performance Kings Honda Reds Live post-game show. We're having fun tonight. Cincinnati
yeah,
back on the board, and when they look good, man.
Don't they? I mean,
Kentucky's domination of Auburn, win inside Rupp Arena, continues, and with the win, UK has clinched the outright regular season SEC title. It's now the 50th time in school history they've done it. All right, to the highlights we go. Auburn is a feast or famine type team. They shoot a lot of threes. When they hit them, watch out. When they miss, well, that's how they lost to Georgia. But Auburn began this one 4 of 4 from deep and had a 9-point lead. The rest of the way, just 5 of 29. So UK was down 9 early, and they received a jolt from an unlikely source. That's Nick Hostetter. Oh my goodness, the half-court shot to win 10 grand. That man is a hero at whichever bar he's probably still at right now, opening up. So he was clearly fired up, and it rubbed off on the Cats. Brooks, the slam. A 22-5 run led to Bruce Pearl's jacket coming off. He's like, damn it. He was about to explode, and then Tyrese Maxey did. Seems like he turns it on in the biggest games of the year. 17 for Maxey. The Cats led 40-37 at the break. Second half, you know what that means. It's always Quickly's half. The steal, the splash. The Cats up 47-41. It got close at times, but Kentucky just kept on responding to every Auburn bucket. Nick Richards seemed like a quiet night until you look at the stat sheet. 14 points in 19 minutes, and he says, yeah, get that out of here and get out of town, Auburn, with the L, and enjoy it. The Cats win the SEC 73-66.
How you doing, Jim? Hunter, nice to meet you. Yeah. How you doing?
Let me introduce you to Hunter Green.
Fastball is strike 3, calling what is a stadium record at 102 miles an hour.
The 20-year-old is the top prospect in the Reds system.
The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 7 for Hunter Green.
Equally as impressive as his game is the way he's always using his platform to help others.
To be able to inspire kids and motivate kids to not just perform well on the field and be the best versions of themselves on the field, but also off the field, and for them to be able to lead the next generation, I think is very important. I'd be doing the kids a disservice if I didn't take that leadership role and I didn't step up to the plate and have events like this.
Hunter recently hosted a free two-day baseball fest in Cincinnati. Included in the camp was an educational component, and one of the days was dedicated solely to baseball. But in Hunter's words,
education comes first, always.
So the kids joined Green on his first tour of the Freedom Center in Cincinnati.
There's a lot of rich history, and it'd be a great time for the kids to learn about this history. And I think it's a very important time, especially where we are in today's world. And I think it was very special for them to all come out. And I told the kids, I know it takes a lot of patience and a lot of discipline to sit here, and I'm sure they were maybe uncomfortable at certain parts of the films and just walking around. And I think the biggest thing for me and for you guys that you guys should focus on tonight is being inclusive and making people feel welcomed and appreciated and valued. I know that's really important when I'm on the baseball field and I'm with new teammates that might get traded or that I just meet on a daily basis. And I know it's important for the front office and just for everybody, and even in business, is to be inclusive of everybody and for everyone to feel welcomed because everybody brings something to the table. They bring something, and for them to feel welcomed and to feel valued and appreciated is very special. See you tomorrow, bud.
All right.
Day 2 was all about baseball.
So try to use your butt. You have the most meat. I know it sounds funny. And the most cushion. Yes, exactly. So when you guys are sliding, you guys should be somewhere in this position.
All right, let's go, let's do it.
Listen to these guys. I can't tell you guys much about catching. Hey guys, remember, we're the most athletic on the field as infielders, right? So don't be stiff. So make sure your legs are strong, okay, buddy? Use your legs as much as possible because that's the strongest part of your body is your legs when you're moving, okay?
You don't want to throw it there, do you?
Here, okay. Attaboy, good job. I know for a fact this game has taught me a lot of life lessons, just through humility. It's a huge game of failure, so being able to deal with that failure and come out on top and still overcome those challenges and those difficulties, you already learn a lot of life lessons throughout baseball. So I think the kids throughout the camp will learn some things. It's something that they'll value and appreciate in the future when they look back, and when it's time to, baseball is only a very short window. If you're lucky, you retire at 40, 41. You still have another 40, 50 years to live, hopefully. So these kids will learn a lot throughout playing baseball and other sports too, not just baseball, that will carry into their lives, and they can implement a lot of those life lessons into their lives once they're done playing baseball.
And while we had Hunter, we had to ask him how he's feeling. Of course, he's still working on getting back to full strength after undergoing Tommy John surgery.
I actually think that this surgery is one of the best things that's ever happened, just because I can learn so much about myself. And I'm so young. I mean, I'm 20 years old, and time is really on my side. So in the grand scheme of things, and hopefully I'm trying to have a 15, 20-year career, this little short window of my career is nothing compared to the rest of the career that I want to have. So to get it now and to learn that much more about myself is huge.
Right after Hunter made the trip up to Cincinnati, it was wheels up to Arizona. That's where he is working on that arm over in spring training right now.